Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, whatever area chart you're wanting to look at. And as ever, it's a general reading, so general reading rules apply. If you're not familiar with your chart, there's a link down below to go and get yourself a free birth chart. And always watch your rising sign and your moon sign's not a bad idea. But general reading, like I say, roles can get reversed. Timing is far from absolute in divination. These readings come as a job lot, a quantized body. It's all or nothing. There's a past and a present in this spread. And if the past and the present don't fit, don't try and make it fit. Go and watch your rising sign, go and watch your moon sign, or just be aware that the message wasn't for you. Which I always think that sounds a little harsh saying that, but it's true. Now there is a link down below to the Facebook page for this channel. That's got an inbox, so if you want to contact me directly for a personal reading, that's one way to do it. If you're watching on Tumblr, yeah, Tumblr has an inbox, but the Facebook's better. It gives me alerts. I think that's everything. Oh yes, ask a question. So take a moment, just be aware of all the questions that are around you. Pause the video if you have to. Focus on one of them. Now focus because it gives energy to the process, but be aware of all of them because the cards will answer whatever they choose and not necessarily what you and I think is the highest priority. And if I don't deliver you an answer, then the universe will somehow. You know, it won't be wasted energy. Let's put it that way. So if you've asked your question and you've focused and obviously gone onto the Facebook page and liked that, then yeah, let's bring up the cards. I can't think of any other housekeeping to do. So Capricorn, it looks like you're in a time of healing. I think you're chomping at the bit to get started on something. You are planning for a new beginning. You are planning to exhibit your power. But with this emotional challenges card here, and Gamagin out of the Fallen Angels Oracle. I'll read Gamagin out in a moment because I feel like there's work yet to be done, because you have finally had the opportunity recently to put something to rest. You very nearly got there, and then with the Ten of Swords, you have got there. You are in the process of finally putting some form of torture, some form of issue, some form of, I mean, it could even be a task, to be honest, but you have been working to resolve some form of pain. We're starting in the present area with the Eight of Swords, anxiety, where whatever the source of that anxiety was, you were being told, wait, be patient, don't act just now. And you had to make a choice whether to go along with that or not. And I feel that you put the work in, as in, okay, I won't act right now, and then came time to act. There was some form of information that came through that made you go, all right, now, I'm not putting up with this any longer, it's time to act. So you very, very nearly got there, but we have the Devil card here, and the Five of Pentacles, which... Now, I saw this in another reading the other day, and it seemed beautiful, but now it just seems like, my God, that's a doorway to hell opening up. So there's, especially with it being next to the Devil. Now, this Devil I normally like. You know, he's the one saying, well, look, I can chain you if you want, but do you really, really want that? Are you sure? Not this time. It's almost like it's a force going, yeah, you can step through here, and you can step through into a world of hurt. You can step through, although, let's see what's underneath this Ten of Swords. You've really been putting the work in So whether that meant you did step through that doorway, or whether that meant that you abjectly refused to step through the doorway, either way, you had been putting the work in to finally put to rest some factor within your life that was causing you stress, anxiety and pain. Right, I always like to clarify the devil card when it comes up, so give me a card for this devil card here, please. No, they're not feeling very talkative. I just want one to stick out on its own. Oh, okay, there you go. Right, outside events. Recent events have meant that you could remain tied to something, or you could free yourself of something. But that freeing yourself of something has in and of itself caused some form of wound, some form of loss, some form of some form of pain that needs to be resolved. Because yes, you're champing at the bit to go, right, now, new lifetime, come on, let's keep going, but someone else is telling you, you know, slow down a bit. Knight of the Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. Because there's work that you need to do before you surge ahead, building a very beautiful structure. It looks like we have Page of Swords again, so it's almost like that Page of Swords, more information comes through to you that suddenly helps things make sense, or a completely new load of information comes through to you that allows you to start building that perfect life that you've been envisioning. Now, I say perfect life, it might not even be as big as your life. It might be a project, it might be a piece of work that you're wanting to build the structure in. Certainly it is a grounded and practical thing that you are wanting to build, which will be very fruitful for you. It will be very, you will get your just desserts from it, let's put it that way. But you get your just desserts because of the amount of work that you're putting in, and you're already starting to put that work in. But what you need to do is almost allow the world to catch up and balance the fact that something is lost, balance the fact that something has gone missing, something deserves some form of mourning, some form of grieving. And you've got to be quite strategic as to how you are progressing forward, because you are going to be faced with peers. You are going to be faced with people who are every bit your equal. So whatever you are trying to build and to achieve, it's got to be spot on so that they can't pick holes in it or destroy it. Because I don't know whether they're friends or whether they're enemies or what have you, or they could just be critics. And even if they're critics, they don't want to. You don't want it to be at a point where they are picking holes on it. So, as I've said here, a time for healing, Balsamic Moon from the Moonology deck. It does look like there has been so much going on that. Give yourself a moment to breathe. Ooh, that's what I might call this reading if I remember. But yeah, give yourself a moment to breathe, because let's face it, with the entire stellium of planets and most of the astrological activity this year being centered around your sign, not all of it, but most, since before Christmas, then you've no doubt had quite a rough time of it, but you have created a new beginning before in the past, after a time of pain. You have surged ahead. Now, does it come in that order though? It may be that you surged ahead and created a new beginning and that caused pain, and I think that's true. But the fact is that you had that skill to surge ahead and create that new beginning. Even if it was based on something false, it was based on something that you had been told that was not entirely true, but the world was changing anyway, so it's almost like you went, well, why not? I might as well. I'll go this way. But with Gamagin, I'm going to read Gamagin out, because it sums up what I'm seeing here. Gamagin's totem beast is a pony, gentle and willing to let stranded wayfarers ride on her back to shelter. One of Gamagin's main duties used to be to rescue the souls of those who drown at sea and guide them to their place of rest. Likewise, the souls of those who have strayed into limbo, especially suicides. More commonly now, she acts as a guide or a beacon for those who have lost their way in life and fallen into despair, inspiring them with the choices to make their lives meaningful again. So there is an inspiration coming, because there's certainly a sense of loss underpinning your reality at the moment, or underpinning your actions at the moment, and that sense of loss has to be dealt with so that you can devote your full attention to whatever it is that you are trying to build here with this Ten of Pentacles. And there's an acknowledgement here. Card number 34, Beauty of Age from the Foxfire Oracle. Now this is saying about the wisdom of experience, really. It's about not... the phrase that pops into my mind, not the best phrase. It's not so much about growing old gracefully, it's about growing old fabulously. It's almost like you grow into your body and you grow into your personalities. Personalities? Yeah, probably a deliberate slip of the tongue there. But you can show your eccentricities, you can show your characteristics and your skills and your high points and go, ta-da, here you are, world. Not only am I me, I've got very good at being me. And that is the path that you're on right now. 10 of Vessels here, 10 of Cups. So as long as you are doing the work right now, so whatever it is that you have got to heal, because someone else is aware that there's a lot of confusion around you at the moment, and they are helping that confusion. But part of the thing that they're doing is introducing different options to you while the world is going quite fast. And it's like, whoa, hang on a minute, I can't do all of this. Now, look at the options that they are giving to you. If the options are about dealing with your stuff, then consider those options. If the options are about new stuff to do and to come in and ways to build whatever it is that you're wanting to build, then wait. Simple as that. Wait. For you to do this important work effectively, there's more important work to be done first. You know, you can't build a house without the foundations, and you taking that time for healing right now is the foundations. Are the foundations? Is the foundation, let's put it that way. But with the King of Cups here, it's showing that there is a chance of emotional resolution. Right, so you work on the healing aspect, and when you're nearly there and you're feeling that self-transformation, that's when you start the building. But the true bit where you know that you've healed is after you have presented this, whatever you are trying to build, to your peers, to the people whose... Now, I really want to say their approval matters. Now, that flies in the face of my own personal philosophy that you don't need anybody's approval. But I think, yes, you do need somebody's approval. You need the absence of disapproval from those that you love, those that you respect, or, well, like I say, peers. Think of the peer review process. There is an element of not even approval, acknowledgement of, oh, yeah, that's good, that's skillful, I wouldn't have thought about it like that. I wouldn't have done it like that. But the working out is good. The conclusions are sound. You know, that the creation is working, whatever. But that is something that is a process that you will be developing your own inner strength from. Because I was wondering whether you're scared that this entire process will change you. Judgment, death. But I always see this particular death card as the time trapper from DC. So it's almost like re-evaluating the past and deriving new meaning from it, or basically having your history rebooted. And yes, I mean that in every sense of the word reboot, but it could be a revisionist reboot rather than just a reboot. And yeah, that is coming to me as a fear. And very interesting that this Emperor is reminding me of Loki. Maybe it's the green of his the cloak that he's wearing, but it's really reminding me of Loki. But Loki is a trickster god. Loki is there to, and I'm not talking about Marvel Loki now, I'm talking about Loki. Loki is a trickster god. He will bring you to the place of personal evolution through tricks and lies, yeah. But those lies bring you to the point of evolution, often by you suddenly recognizing that they are lies. So yes, of course you are going to change through all this process. Get over it. I think is the the best way for me to say is get over it, because yes, you are going to change here. But you're worried that you're going to get trapped, because we've got out in the final outcome. Final outcome cards are lovely. Queen of Pentacles. So you're bringing something into being that you are nurturing. With the Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, you are both stable on your own and finding a rebirth on your own that brings you into harmony with somebody or something else. But we've got the Devil card here. Now, I'm getting both senses from that. I almost feel like there's Stress Head at the bottom, right? The human that's chained by the devil, which is really reminding me of this particular Eight of Swords card here. Yeah, because this loss that you've had recently, that's been an ongoing one, hasn't it? There's another Five of Cups here with the Lovers card. It's almost like it's been a bit of a theme about loss in recent times. But I feel like the devil is turning up to this little stress head at the bottom of the card going, pack it in. There is so much on offer for you right now, and I am coming to show you the power that you can exhibit. But that power is something that you will have to project outwards. But you have to project outwards from a point of having healed, because if you are not healed on this particular topic, whatever it is, then anything that you project outwards is distorted, is self-defeating. Because it is time to start projecting outwards. The archontic god force that's fighting against you, that is trying to suppress you, is Medusa with the feminine principle. You need to stop receiving for a little while and start projecting. But you have to start projecting in a way that answers your guidance. You have Four of Cups, the Lovers, and the Knight of Wands to clarify that Devil card. So you have to make a choice to follow your guidance and go, okay, I will heal this, I will change this. And yes, of course, who I am is going to change, and that's fine. That is the process of growing older. That is the process of growing up, with this Beauty of Age card here. But all of that looks lovely, because that Ten of Swords, There's a resolution there where the pain that you're feeling at the moment has turned into wisdom and is also flying away and leaving you be. Eight of Pentacles, where you are working hard on what you have already presented to a jury of your peers, for want of a better phrase. And then Two of Swords, showing that you have achieved a sense of balance. You have achieved a sense of mission. Ooh, I hadn't had that from Two of Swords before. But yeah, the way that she's wearing the blindfold and walking forward, it's almost like she's taken an oath to do that. Like this is some form of religious pilgrimage where she doesn't need to see because she's relying on balance. She is relying on her other senses. Oh, that's nice. Because look at here, King of Pentacles and Six of Wands. So the King of Pentacles, who is all that, you know, house, car, money in that term, but grounded, doing something practical, creating something that will stand the test of time through your own power, but in a very fruitful use of your own power, where you are able to really manifest what you have been trying to build, if not better than what you have tried to build. Because if you go through that healing process now, have I mentioned you should be healing right now? Then we've got Ten of Vessels here. This is going to work out better than what you planned. But yes, of course you are. Oh, they need to be up here. Yes, of course you are going to change in the process. This is the start of a new day. We have Eos here, the goddess of the dawn, as the god force that is supporting you, that is working in your interest, that is trying to lift you up towards that enlightenment, ascension, destiny, whatever. Six of Wands here with victory, with Ace of Swords, clarity, and Knight of Cups. Okay, so if there's a love thing going on, and if your question was a love-based question, yeah, let the current thing go, let it drop, let it be, you know, move on, because there's happiness on the way. But that Knight of Cups also gives me a sense of you surging forward into the world with something that is growing, something that is getting better. This Knight of Cups here is holding a bunch of roses in his hand, and the fact that they've been chopped off, you know, at the stalk, doesn't bother me at all, because they will keep growing. They are something that will survive and that will live, and the way that they survive and live is going to increase in the force in which it hits the world. I dealt with that. Yes, I dealt with the past before. So yeah, concentrate on your healing right now, and that will give you the tools for whatever your new project. It's something, well, I say new. It might not be new to you, but the bringing it into being and bringing it into those final stages is new to you. But that will only manifest effectively if you are taking the time to heal right now. Okay, so if this means anything to you, Capricorn, comment down below, because it's nice to know that it means something to somebody. Obviously, I'm a YouTube channel, so please like, share, subscribe. You've watched enough YouTube videos to know what I'm on about there. Now, after I've 2 more of these monthly zodiacs, then a day of editing. Then I'm going to work on the full moon readings, and then I will be coming back after then to do the Chinese zodiac for the month. So stay tuned. Oh, and one thing I didn't notice. Sorry. You may or may not be aware of the hashtag baby witches hexing the moon recently. I did a video about that. I had a lot of fun doing the video about that. So the link to that is down in the description as well. So enjoy. Cheers.